I know what you're thinking, you've seen this before. And you're right, it was only a few weeks ago Drive put the new Lamborghini Huracan through its paces on the track. Well, now it's time to see how the Huracan handles itself when it hits the road. As we found out recently, supercars like Lamborghinis may look good and go great around a racetrack, but living with them in the real world can be a daunting prospect. They can be big, hard to see out of, and uncomfortable to drive around the urban jungle. Indeed, Lamborghinis of years gone by had a reputation for being unpredictable and unreliable. Since the German giant Audi has taken over the Italian brand though, things have changed significantly. So much so that the first thing that strikes you about the Huracan once you get behind the wheel is just how easy it is to drive. The Audi influences are obvious, from the switchgear to the stereo and even the key. But that's no bad thing, because there's a real feeling of quality to the cabin. And one of the coolest features is the Audi developed digital dashboard, or virtual cockpit as they like to call it. It's the same as you'd find in the new Audi TT. Basically, it's just a large digital screen that allows you to tailor what important information you want to see. Firm ride aside, the Huracan is remarkably easy to live with for an Italian supercar. I mean, it's just as enjoyable to drive down to the shops as it is to drive around a racetrack. But you don't buy a Lamborghini just to take it to the shops. This is a genuine supercar. Mounted behind the driver is a 5.2 litre V10 engine that produces 449 kilowatts of power and 560 newton meters of torque. That grunt is sent to the road via a version of Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system and a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. The Lamborghini's refusal to join the downsizing turbocharged crowd is a blessing for anyone that loves the scream of a big capacity engine. Switch it into sport mode and the V10 comes alive with a real buzz. It screams, it pops, it crackles, and makes all the right noises. Not only does it sound great, it also delivers awesome performance in a really linear fashion. There's no waiting, it just goes. Thanks to Audi's all-wheel drive know-how, it has no problems getting that power to the road, as long as you treat it with respect. Because, like any proper supercar, you really have to treat it carefully. It can dispatch the Australian speed limit in an instant, and it will bite you if you play rough with it. At $428,000, the Huracan isn't cheap. But unlike a lot of expensive cars that require you to spend even more on options you think should come standard, Lamborghini has been pretty generous. There are 20-inch alloy wheels, LED headlights, heated and electric seats, a 6-speaker stereo, and a front lift kit to avoid potholes, all standard. Plus all of the previously mentioned mind-bending performance. The Huracan impressed us on the track, and it doesn't disappoint on the road. The Audi influences are obvious, but mostly positive. In fact, this could be the first Lamborghini you could live with. But it hasn't lost any of the thrills.